you all better get up off your asses because this thing is coming. They're coming. They're trying to infiltrate. They're having conversations. I know because I've been in them. So
Yeah.
you all better.
Oh no,
get ready.
okay. They've been the thing is they've been trying to infiltrate. What do you think the whole thing with Reeves and Galloway and stuff like that for? Why do you think they try to put Tate in prison? Okay, there's a reason for that. Okay, they've been trying
Exactly.
to. They were trying to take it over. They tried to do it to Pearl. They tried to do to what's her name?
The black girl.
Candace.
Candace
Yes.
Owens, right?
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
intentionally, right? Okay, and the thing is, they couldn't do it. Now they're trying to do it by trying to shame the manosphere, but through adolescents and other kind of stuff like that, right? I said, go ahead. All you're gonna do is spread the name. We don't care.
Yeah, I've always
So
said. Yeah,
wait,
it's
so wait a
like
minute. We're supposed to be so wait a minute. We're supposed to be moved by a boy killing a girl because she didn't like her really.
No. It's nothing to do with the people in it now. They're like BGS said. They're trying to target the next group of people.
What they're trying to say is this is a terrorist organization, right? Like
Yes.
the right wing, they're trying to influence the children. If you don't stop them, your kids are going to turn out to be like this. That's what they're trying to say, right? In other words, you need to go back closer to the middle, okay? And I'm like, you know what? If you mention 80-20 rule and manosphere, right? Okay, all you do is spread the name. Now people have to go look it up. What is that?
Yeah.
And you're gonna play to all the kids in what 5 countries in Europe? All the school kids have to sit down and watch this. Oh, what is the manosphere? What is the 80-20 rule? What is the red pill? Okay, then they have to go look it up. They would never known if you hadn't mentioned it.
Yeah.
And will we get all of them? No. But the thing is, you're gonna funnel enough people to the red pill and said, okay, wait a minute. What they said in the movie is not adding up to what I'm seeing online. What are they talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty far apart. Women try to do it with passport, okay? Passport.
You're muffled.
Am I?
Muffled.
Okay.
You
Now
play
you're
now.
clear.
Okay. The passport. The black women try to say the passport bros are out there taking advantage of women and going on sex tours and all that kind of stuff. They thought it was actually gonna blow it up. You need to check these men. It went worldwide, and now it's global. Okay.
Hey, BTS, you know what the thing you talk about a lot. What Trump does, he especially his debates and stuff. He's like, oh, they're doing XYZ. They're killing babies and they're eating dogs in the streets.
Okay.
Like
The thing is, and Craig can actually verify this. We had, because somebody else had mentioned that. Okay, like 2 days before, and I said, if I were, I don't think he'll do it. If I were Trump, I would actually bring that up. Okay, because it's a dog whistle. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. But black women, they didn't realize that what they were doing is dog whistling to the same effect. They thought like, ha, we're gonna get them. It's like, no, you kind of shot yourself in the foot because you gave people ammunition to figure out what the thing is.
Because they think that social media works like mainstream media. Or in other words, if you cancel people in mainstream media, right?
It's a real cancel.
It's a real cancel. They'll block you, right? You can't do that in social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People start researching.
People start researching. So
they'll research it and do the reading, like BGS says, do the reading.
The hardest thing in social media is what? Recognition, okay? Awareness, okay? It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. Incels was a very tiny fragment of the population of the manosphere, right? Tiny, they were part of the manosphere, tiny population, right? All of a sudden, people started talking negatively about them, right? Incel is everywhere now.
Yeah, they talk about it like they're like a 20+%. Not even close.
Even in adolescence, incel came up, right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I gotta watch that. Is that the show that's on? Is it on Netflix?
Netflix, yeah.
Netflix.
Okay, but it's only like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Is that the same one? Okay.
It's the same one, yeah.
All right.
In other words, they used to be called true forced loneliness. But nobody knew who the hell they were, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the name to incel. They said we're part of the black pill. This is what we stand for. And people started gathering momentum. Okay. And that was when it started, incel, they started the black pill incel was 2018. Okay.
It was after that kid in California, right?
No, 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 incel, the name incel didn't come about till like 2018. Okay, there's still before phoniness. Okay,
Yeah,
but
because you're talking
incel
about
came.
the incident.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it wasn't an incident. The thing is if I can find the video where I think it was Sandman was actually interviewing an incel guy. Okay,
Yeah.
about an hour. They actually laid out exactly what they wanted and what they're about. It was about 7 years ago, right? But the thing is, they were never viewed positively, right?
Never have.
Never. Why are they so big? Because it doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative. Did you spell my name right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Craig.
Also,
Go ahead.
there was an incident you talk. I know what you're talking about.
ask when he gets
what
finished.
happened in California, but
No, you talking about no. I actually go back to my Black Blasted Speech channel. I actually did a video on that one. The incels were not around there. That's not where it came from.
yeah, no, I know. I'm just addressing what Craig said, sir.
Oh no. Well,
Yeah. That's
if you go, the thing I was a content creator when that shit happened. So I remember yeah. Go ahead.
But in 2018, I do remember a similar thing like that happened in Toronto.
Yeah,
especially with that individual. And
they were basically they were trying to call him a MGTOW. They weren't trying. The incel didn't exist. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask Craig. Have you heard about Democrats are now against autism research now because RFK is doing it for some odd reason?
I did not know that. No.
No, that's the big thing now. They're autism research.
Autism and is the vaccine causing it?
I mean,
and they're trying to deny that the vaccine doesn't cause it.
Well, they might deny, but the research has been done over the past 40 years. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
What was it when I forget when Trump was speaking a few months ago, and the Democrats weren't like clapping for anything.
Yeah.
And I was done. I was completely done with him when I think he brought up like a kid. I think they had cancer.
Oh yeah,
died or something like that.
Yeah.
They couldn't even clap for that.
What was that kid's name? 13-year-old.
Yeah.
The one that he kind of deputized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
was disgusted. That
was horrible. Yeah. And they said it was a horrible look. And then the other guy getting up, yelling and screaming like somebody had pissed in his Cheerios. I'm like, how is this helping anybody? So it's a horrible look. And again, it's a party right now, again, with no ideas except to bitch about everything that Trump is doing. And again, that's what they have. That is a strategic move. They're just like, well, we'll complain. We don't have any policies, and maybe the independents will come back towards us. So it's like, well, that's what they're going to try to do. Okay, we'll have to wait and see.
I mean, you lost the election on policy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what James Carville said. He literally went onto his podcast and said they'd rather lose on the principle than on the policies. Okay, well, there's
that worked out.
Crazy.
And I said it. I said it when they lost. I said, if I were them, I would be smart. I would be quiet and I would regroup. That would be the smart thing. They're doing the complete opposite.
I mean, if I were them, I said I would get with Schweikert. Okay, in other words, let's fix this. Okay, if you didn't disagree with how Trump's doing, okay, we'll fix the problem. Instead of ignoring the problem, we're better at fixing it than he is. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Like the thing with Israel should have been gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're getting accused of genocide. They're calling you Genocide Joe.